Ever been in a situation where your variable frequency drive, or VFD, starts acting up? It's a common problem that can bring your project or production line to a screeching halt. Today, we'll walk through the steps to identify and resolve these issues. First off, remember that safety is paramount. Always disconnect power and ensure that all capacitors have discharged before you start troubleshooting a VFD. Capacitors can hold a charge for several minutes even after power has been disconnected, so waiting at least 5 minutes is a good rule of thumb. Step 1. Start with a visual inspection. Look for any signs of physical damage like burns, cracks, or loose connections. Pay close attention to the circuit boards. Do you see any signs of corrosion or burned components? These are clear indicators of a problem. Step 2. Test the input power. Use a multimeter to check the input voltage at the drive. If you're working with a 3-phase VFD, ensure that all 3 phases are present and balanced. Step 3. Check the output power. Measure the output voltage to the motor. If the voltage is lower than expected, it could indicate a problem with the drive's output stage. Step 4. Evaluate the motor. A motor with a short or open winding can cause the VFD to trip. Use a megometer to check the insulation resistance of the motor windings. Step 5. Examine the control signals. If the VFD isn't responding as expected, there could be an issue with the control signals. Make sure that the control wiring is correct and that the signals are reaching the drive. Step 6. Look for software issues. Sometimes the problem isn't with the hardware but with the software. Make sure that the drive parameters are set correctly and that the firmware is up to date. Remember, diagnosing and repairing a VFD requires a good understanding of both electrical and mechanical systems. Always consult with a professional if you're unsure about any step in this process. To sum up, when troubleshooting a VFD, start with a visual inspection, then test the input and output power. Examine the motor and the control signals, and don't forget to check for potential software issues. By following these steps, you'll be well on your way to getting your VFD back in working order. So the next time your variable frequency drive starts to misbehave, you'll know exactly what to do.